Imagine being sentenced to death for stealing a loaf of bread, or being forced to sit on a giant metal donkey covered in spikes, just because you annoyed a noble. Sounds absurd, right? Well, history is full of punishments so ridiculous they make today's justice system look like a dream. Let's dive into the craziest, most bizarre punishments across different civilizations. In medieval France, criminals didn't just get a quick death, they got the infamous breaking wheel. Here's how it worked. The condemned was tied to a giant wooden wheel, and the executioner would methodically smash their limbs with a heavy iron bar. Then their broken body was either left to die slowly, or if they were lucky, they were given a final mercy blow to end their suffering. Imagine committing a minor theft and getting turned into a human pretzel. Brutal. In medieval India, rulers had a unique way of handling criminals: execution by elephants. Trained war elephants were used as living weapons, but they were also used for punishments. A guilty person would be brought into an arena, and the elephant would be commanded to crush them underfoot or even tear them apart limb by limb. Some elephants were trained to prolong the suffering by toying with the condemned before finishing them off. Imagine standing in front of a massive elephant, knowing your fate was literally under its foot. In some West African kingdoms, especially among the Yoruba and Ashanti, justice had a musical twist. Instead of being immediately punished, an accused person had to go through a talking drum trial. A special drum would be played to summon the spirits and determine guilt. If the drum played in a way that was seen as an unlucky rhythm, the person could be punished, even if there was no evidence. Imagine your fate being decided by a drumbeat, one wrong note and you're in big trouble. In Imperial China, the punishment for severe crimes was lingqi, or death by 1,000 cuts. This wasn't an exaggeration. The condemned would be tied up and slowly sliced over and over until they died from blood loss or sheer agony. It was as much psychological torture as it was physical, and it was meant to serve as the ultimate warning to others. In Edo period Japan, committing adultery didn't just get you divorced, it got you humiliated. The guilty person would be stripped naked, tied up, and dragged through the streets while onlookers jeered and threw things at them. In some cases, their head was shaved as a mark of disgrace. It wasn't violent, but the embarrassment was so intense that many people never recovered socially. In medieval England and Scotland, if a woman was considered too loud or argumentative, she might be forced to wear a Scold's bridle, a metal cage that locked around her head with a spiked bit pressing down on her tongue. Talking or even moving her tongue could cause painful cuts. This was meant to silence so-called troublesome women, because apparently having opinions was a crime. So, next time you complain about getting a parking ticket or a school detention, just remember, you could have been crushed by an elephant or had your tongue locked in a metal cage. These civilizations had some truly bizarre ideas of justice, proving that when it comes to punishment, history has been nothing short of insane. Which of these punishments do you think was the most ridiculous? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insane history facts.